For jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight? Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov? Life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's going to do to him? Run him out of the ring!
Oscar De La Hoya's sudden change of opinion has stirred up major drama, just months before one of boxing's most anticipated matchups. In a fresh interview, De La Hoya admitted he once believed Crawford would beat Canelo, but now says that outcome is unlikely. Crawford fired back, saying De La Hoya's comments basically hand Canelo the win without a fight.
Canelo, and he fights at 168 plus, so I don't see me and him fighting. So,
what's the highest you could fight at realistically?
I would say 154 realistically.
154.
You know,
So
them boys get big up there. Them boys get big up there. And I'm not a person to, toot my own horn.
At first, De La Hoya strongly supported Terence Crawford and felt he could beat Canelo any day. He said Crawford was naturally big and could fight at 168 pounds if he wanted. This was his way of praising Crawford's adaptability, strength, and ring intelligence, even quoting the old saying, "A good big man beats a good little man." But he insisted Crawford wasn't the little man here. Then suddenly, De La Hoya switched sides, calling the match unfair and favoring Canelo heavily, almost dismissing Crawford's threat entirely.
Cards, it will be 4 fights, and we will have Canelo Crawford and the co-main event and 2 fights. One of them is Gerald and Miller, if we finish it. Then there is another card start earlier for free for everywhere. We are thinking to put around from 6 to 10 fights for talent.
Crawford wasn't about to ignore that flip-flop. He calmly but firmly pointed out De La Hoya's inconsistency, praising Canelo 1 minute, criticizing him the next. Crawford reminded everyone that the September 13th fight is more than a clash of big names or titles. It's a historic chance. If he beats Canelo and becomes undisputed in a 3rd weight class, it would be the first time in men's boxing history. Even legends like Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones Jr., and Floyd Mayweather never achieved that, while Crawford already has respect for his skill across weight classes. Doubts remain about his list of past opponents.
all about making history. I was the first 2-time undisputed champion of the world. First 3-time undisputed.
Canelo's record, on the other hand, is stacked with famous names: Floyd Mayweather, Gennady Golovkin, Sergey Kovalev, Miguel Cotto, Caleb Plant, while chasing titles in multiple divisions. Some of those wins, like over Golovkin and Kovalev, came with age or timing advantages, but Canelo has still fought the best. That's why, despite past beef with Canelo, people like De La Hoya and Hearn say this fight leans in his favor. He's not just bigger, he's proven himself in huge fights against tougher opponents.
Couldn't knock out Charlo. Or you really think that he's going to knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't going to tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight.
Canelo's record, on the other hand, is stacked with famous names: Floyd Mayweather, Gennady Golovkin, Sergey Kovalev, Miguel Cotto, Caleb Plant, while chasing titles in multiple divisions. Some of those wins, like over Golovkin and Kovalev, came with age or timing advantages, but Canelo has still fought the best. That's why, despite past beef with Canelo, people like De La Hoya and Hearn say this fight leans in his favor. He's not just bigger, he's proven himself in huge fights against tougher opponents.
I say before, he's a great fighter. But if you look at his career, mention one elite fighter. Just mention me one elite fighter.
So Poster wasn't elite?
Who?
Still, plenty of fans don't see this as one-sided. Crawford's technical brilliance could balance things out. His footwork, ring control, stand switching, and perfect timing make him one of the sport's most dangerous fighters. Against Spence, he didn't just win, he dominated, making a world-class fighter look average. He stayed patient, precise, and composed throughout. Yes, moving to super middleweight is a big step, but his defensive skill means he rarely gets hit clean. If he can handle Canelo's power, his skill and experience might tilt the fight in his favor.
Your career than fighting David Benavidez?
You can see the career of Terence Crawford Benavidez. Terence Crawford was undisputed champion in 2 weight classes, many championship fights. So he bring me something to the table.
De La Hoya's switch has also raised eyebrows. Some think it's about boxing politics or protecting business interests over the years. He's been both friend and critic to Canelo, especially after their ugly split when Canelo left Golden Boy Promotions. But with Saudi Arabia's growing influence in boxing, old grudges may be fading in the face of big money in global events. Saudi advisor Turki Al-Sheikh, now a major power in arranging huge cards, seems to be bringing rival camps together for blockbuster fights.
Well,
Is there a champion?
I'm going to fight another elite
There is
fighter
a champions,
in
good fighters, but elite fighters is different. Wait.
So I'm going to fight an elite fighter in September. Yeah.
Okay,
Then
we
we're
want to find out.
Then we're
We're
going
going
to find out. Then we're
And
going to
don't get me wrong, you're a great fighter.
I know I'm great.
You're a great
You ain't gotta
fighter.
tell
But are
me
you
I'm
going to
great.
find out? I hope
But I'm talking about
your
elite.
uncle Turki Al-Sheikh pay you enough money because it's going to be the last. That's
It
for
may
sure.
be. It may be. Maybe.
I hope he pay you enough.
But you know, after fighters fight me, they ain't never the same. So
Turki Al-Sheikh played a key role in setting up Canelo versus Crawford. Reports say he met with Crawford before the announcement, and Crawford told him this could be his last fight. That possibility adds emotional weight. Crawford might retire, win or lose. He didn't want a rematch clause, and it's unclear if Canelo's team tried to push for one. If this really is his final fight, Crawford clearly sees it as the defining moment of his career, a chance to leave at the top with history on his side, avoiding the messy endings many fighters face.
Is on Terence Crawford's side, all the legacy, meaning he only has the opportunity to win the belts. Saul only has an opportunity to defend them. Terence Crawford has an opportunity to be in a 5 division and the only person to win all 4 belts in 3 separate weight divisions. Why is Saul taking this fight? And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's some things in life more important than just the belts. And that 20-year career that Terence Crawford made, that all that he has, is very valuable. Very, very valuable. He had 1 foot out the gate.
There's also a money twist that can influence how aggressive they are. Al-Sheikh has added knockout bonuses to this fight and others in the future. An idea taken from MMA and gaming culture, the timing is interesting, especially after Canelo's they'll win over William Skull, which fans found boring. If extra cash pushes fighters to chase knockouts, the action could be much more intense.
You put a small ring, the smaller ring in the...
Hey, Matt. Yeah. The only running that I'm going to be doing is running upside his head, and I can assure you that. Facts. And he got a big head, too.
Carl Froch, never shy about sharing his thoughts, spoke to Froch and gave an opinion that goes against the Canelo-favored narrative. He praised Crawford's adaptability and underrated size, saying, "That's a good fight. Crawford's bigger than people think." Froch believes Crawford will grow into the weight and feel comfortable, seeing it as a chance for Crawford to prove his versatility instead of a dangerous gamble.
Disappointment if this did normal boxing numbers, and let's be real, what Jake Paul is gonna say. He already shitted on this fight. Don't let the numbers not come anywhere close to his numbers with Tyson, and it's gonna be all bad. Would it even matter if Bud and Canelo didn't do the numbers of Jake and Tyson? Or is that an indictment on the sport that, it's just showing what our fan base prefers, right?
Froch doubled down, praising Crawford's skills, flexibility, and mindset. He called Crawford one of the smartest and most capable fighters alive. and said he'd probably pick him to beat Canelo. Coming from a man who fought Andre Ward, Mikkel Kessler, and George Groves, that's serious praise. Froch wasn't just hyping him up. He genuinely thinks Canelo might not have enough left to win.
Like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go.
Froch explained why he believes Canelo has slowed down, pointing to his last fight as proof. He said Canelo didn't look sharp or hungry and avoids risk when ahead on points. He prefers easy fights to punishing ones. Froch sees a fighter who still has skill, but may be coasting instead of pushing for greatness.
You don't run. And Turkey has a knockout bonus in this fight. And there seems to be something out there like the way for you to win this fight is to move, move, move. Is that true?
Listen. Turkey, you need to put a small ring. The smaller ring in the only.
Later in the interview, Froch repeated that he thinks Canelo is past his prime. With over 60 fights and plenty of money, Froch questioned his motivation to take risks. He warned that against Crawford, the lack of hunger could backfire in a big way.
Crawford, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. It ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can.
He could lose it, but whoever loses will be disappointed because so many.
Still, Froch admitted the loser of this fight will face disappointment because many believe Crawford will win. He called Crawford a tough, intelligent, and determined fighter, but also credited Canelo as a master of the sport who has faced everyone worth facing.
A lot of people don't understand what Terence Crawford's, what a big part of his number one asset is. Do you know he has a 74-inch reach? Floyd Mayweather has a 73-inch reach.
Wow.
Okay? They're able to reach their opponents much easier than other fighters. Their arms are extremely long. This is why Terence Crawford, in my opinion, is
Teddy Atlas echoed this on his YouTube show. The veteran trainer and commentator said that while Canelo has had an incredible career, Crawford has a rare type of greatness. Atlas acknowledged questions about Crawford's resume, but stressed that some qualities can't be measured by opponents alone. You either have it or you don't, and I think he does, Atlas said.